Hello everyone, welcome in today's video. In today's video, we will be doing a lesson in Hax Potency Power Scaling 101. As the thumbnail may have suggested, this video is partly a response to the Ghost Rider vs Spawn death battle and the outcome that death battle had. However, this video will be focused more on the fact that I want to teach you, the viewers, how Hax Potency works. Now, Hax Potency is something that is, in debates, one of the win cons most commonly used outside of just raw attack potency and raw speed. With that, let's get started. But what is Hax Potency? Now, Hax Potency is a combination of two different power scaling terms. The most simplest one of any power scaling, and anyone should know if they're power scaling, is that of attack potency. And the other term that you should probably know if you're power scaling and if you watch some death battles, and that is Hax ability. I'll break down what either one of these two definitions mean, and then after that, we'll go back to what Hax Potency means. Let's start off with the simpler one, attack potency. Attack potency is a measure by energy yield of an attack. For an example of how attack potency may be described, if you had a pebble that was 3.2 centimeters across and you destroy it down to the subatomic level, that is the same attack potency as the energy needed to crack or fragment a meteor that is 604.9 meters across. Of course, those numbers are very hard to comprehend, so in other words, I'm trying to say, if you can subatomically destroy a pebble, you will also crack/fragmenting an entire mountain. So both of these things can be considered attack potency based feats that are on the same level. Now, Hax ability. Hax ability refers to the unconventional ability that bypasses traditional strength, durability, energy based scaling, anything sort of like that. An example of this might be when the opponent is too physically strong, so that means you instead manipulate their mind or soul, something very common to deal with characters who are too physically powerful. Now let's go back to Hax Potency. The Hax Potency refers to the effectiveness, scope, or reliability of a Hax ability, factoring it in its capacity to bypass conventional durability, resistances, or scaling mechanics. You can see how this is a combination of both attack potency and Hax ability. Now, let's do some Hax Potency examples, and I'll be using examples from Death Battle themselves, because Death Battle do use Hax Potency, believe it or not. The first example I'd like to go over is an example of where Hax Potency has been qualified as Hax Layers, probably the most basic one that a lot of power scalers use, but there is more than that. This example I'd like to use is that from Shao Kahn versus M. Bison, in which in that death battle they described M. Bison as having one powerful soul, but then they described Shao Kahn as having 60 billion souls. And while one powerful soul is probably stronger than one normal soul, 60 billion souls is a lot more. Therefore, in that death battle, they said that Shao Kahn could manipulate M. Bison's soul, and there was nothing he could really do about it. Now let's do another example. In this one, instead of saying that the Hax Potency is the same as Hax Layers, we'll be saying that Hax Potency is the same as attack potency, but as a Hax ability. Allow me to explain further, and I'll use an example of a death battle. The death battle I'll choose will be Kratos versus Asura. Yes, I will be doing a future video where I go over how to fix Kratos versus Asura, but surprisingly, this is something the death battle got correct. And what I mean is that in Kratos vs Asura, both characters are shown to have soul manipulation, energy manipulation, and all those type of things. However, Kratos' win con used in that death battle was to drain Asura. For Kratos to be able to win, they said he needed to have the attack potency to be able to drain Asura. Or in other words, the hacks of draining energy, draining the soul, spiritual energy that Asura had, needed to be at a level with enough power that it was greater than Asura. If not, he would not have been able to drain it. And of course, Death Battle showed this with about a 10 times difference in the video itself. Before we do our last example of Hax Potency, the most complicated example, so you can graduate from Power Scaling 101, we should talk about the thumbnail of this video. In fact, I have Ghost Rider against Spawn, referencing the Death Battle Ghost Rider against Spawn, and the reason why it's there. In that death battle, they gave Ghost Rider the attack potency, while they gave Spawn the resistances. Now, the problem here is that Ghost Rider was scaled at an infinite multiversal level, while Spawn was scaled at a universal level. And they said, because Mephisto could manipulate Ghost Rider's soul, so can Spawn, despite the fact that both Spawn and Ghost Rider have the same ability to manipulate one's souls. And the reason why this is a problem is, in that same video, Ghost Rider's multiversal scaling comes from Mephisto, another infinite multiversal character. Meaning the reason why Mephisto could manipulate Ghost Rider's soul in the first place was because his Hax Potency scaled to that of Ghost Rider. And that's the reason why. Spawn doesn't have a Hax Potency on that level, so that's why the reason was flawed. If you want to learn more about how Ghost Rider and Spawn would actually go down, you can look at my expected outcome collab with that of 2 other power scalers. Go check out that video and you can find more information. Now back to Hax Potency examples. Now for the last example of Hax Potency. So previously we've said that Hax Potency is the same as doing Hax Layers, or is the same as an attack potency but for a Hax ability. However, for this last one, the most complicated, we are going now to Hax Mechanics, or more specifically, the methodology in which a Hax ability is applied. For this, I'll be using 2 separate characters with similar abilities. The first one is Baki from, of course, his own series Baki the Grappler, in which he has his 0.5 seconds unconscious strike, an ability that creates a blind spot in someone's consciousness for 0.5 seconds. Essentially, they are unaware of what's happening and bypasses their perception, no matter how fast you are. Now, the second character is from Kengan Ashura, and it's the character of Cosmo Imai with his Zone ability. Now, how the Zone is similar to that of the unconscious strike is that for a 0.1 second, you are stuck in the zone that you don't know what's happening around you. However, how it's different to the unconscious strike is not just it bypasses perception, it then locks your perception. If you were to act and believe what's going on in the zone is what's reality, such as what happened with Adam Dudley, your perception becomes warped to the point where you're stuck in an illusion past the 0.1 seconds. Because of this, if you analyse the 2 abilities, while Baki's is more usable because it has a 0.5 second window while Cosmo's has 0.1, if the zone lands, the zone is more potent, because what happens afterwards, the end result, is in fact more devastating. So with that, you would say the mechanics support the Cosmo Imai zone being a more Hax-potent ability. Concluding Hax Potency 101. First, understand the mechanics of a Hax ability you are using to understand if it is applicable, and how potent the end result is. Second, qualify the level of attack potency or energy that is behind the Hax ability. Third, if the ability stacks, has unquantifiable scaling above a known attack potency, apply the number of layers or levels that Hax ability has. If you can do all 3 of these steps for any ability a character may have when you're power scaling, then you have graduated from a lesson in Hax Potency Power Scaling 101. With that, I gotta say thank you all for watching this video. If you like this video, then check out my other videos on my channel. I've got plenty of playlists of different videos you can see. For example, my expected outcome videos, where most of the predictions are correct in there. Or perhaps you're liking my new series on power scaling intelligence, who knows. If you check out the description of this video, you'll see a list of other power scaling channels that I think are quite good. So if you want to check out those down in the description below, that will help yourself out. And with that, thank you all for watching. Have a good day.